So we'll have to find out. I am wondering, what do you think they're gonna do to establish mid control on the CT side?
And now you're referring to NIP?
To Fnatic.
Oh, Fnatic. So in order to establish that mid control, what they like to do is actually like to push up aggressively into the vents. So you'll see Flusha either get boosted in the checker, you may see him run down mid in the vents, he may play those close mid corners, and then he'll have players at like Highway and Sandbag protecting him. So they do a great job actually. They're one of the best teams in the world at controlling mid.
If NIP want to win this, they'll have to defeat Fnatic, and they'll have to take Fnatic's first map away from them. Here we go, it's map 2. Anders, take us away.
Well, let's get it on. A couple of grenades here on the Fnatic side, but mostly armor, and look at this, they're going to go boost in the corner. Geralt, though, not going to wait for him. This is the perfect counter to this boost. There's no way to hide when you're up there. JW already getting fired at him. Geralt reloading and jumping up. Oh my god, it's Counter-Strike parkourist. Alu's going to go down. All of Meister falls as well, and the bomb has been planted. Pronax shooting someone in the back, but he can't find that kill. He goes down for it. Gonna get the kill. All of Meister, Pronax uncharacteristically missing a bunch of shots then, and it's up to Crims and Flusha. 2v3, that bomb ticking away. They have a kid on Flusha, but they need to get in fast here. Flusha gets the kill. Now, look at the bomb plant. It's out in the open. They should be able to stop this from happening. It's still being defused, and Flusha is still on it. Are they going to try and stop him? They see him, but there it is. NIP going to end up picking it up. What a fast push from NIP all the way up Speedway.
Brilliant pistol call right there by Exist on that T-pistol for NIP. And the reason being is because as someone that's watched a lot of Fnatic cash demos, I know they like to gravitate 3 towards the B bomb site on their pistol rounds. And if they don't have 3 at the bomb site, what they generally do is play 3 in the A bomb site and no one middle. So they're heavy on stacks on CT side pistols. And what NIP elected to do was full split the A bomb site. So that way one portion of the rush would make it through no matter what. And that's what happened.
Now, these two sides have met on this map recently in the King of Mage. I think it was Fnatic who bested NIP that time. But online versus offline versus this stadium, different ball game.
Oh, wow, heads up play from Alu, going back and checking that. It's very, very uncommon that you do that. Once you're up and over, your focus is going to be towards the middle. Crims might get overrun here. He will go down. Fnatic, this is where such a lot of their strength comes from. The ability to win these rounds with pistol and armor, and NIP are simply shutting them down. Flusha and Pronax are left, trying to see if they can do a little bit more damage here, but Pronax going to have to fall back, and NIP now 3v1 looking strong.
This will be bringing all the belief back to NIP. They will have psyched themselves up at halftime, but that could all be washed away if they lost the pistol. Instead, they win it, they convert it to 2, and now they'll feel like this is a very much a game plan that they can win.
Yeah, and like Ender said, very heads-up play by Ola right there to check that door flank. It's probably the most dangerous round in the whole map right now for NIP. That second round where Fnatic has CZ armor, 5-7 armor. They didn't actually have a scout, which is very atypical of a Fnatic second round buy, but still, nonetheless, very dangerous round.
Fnatic going for a beast tank this time around, which I think is fairly reasonable. I mean, it's hard to play default when you have pistols and nothing else, like no grenades or nothing. On a different map, if you was Inferno, maybe Fnatic could have gone for a couple of smokes just to try and see if they could you put some pressure on NIP, but on Cash a little bit different, so I don't mind the B stack at all.
Yeah, they're just basically gambling, see if NIP kind of falls right into them. It's not a bad play at all by Fnatic. They didn't want to invest anything in this round. They want to have a full buy next round. Completely understandable.
It will be Exist to lead the charge in towards that B site with reinforcements aplomb. As Olofmeister is picked off, Flusha follows suit, and Exist has himself a hat-trick. Get right picked up on the other side. Forrest gets himself one, and now the last man standing is Crims, who will be, well, not going out without a fight, that's for sure. He's brought the situation back to a 1-on-2. Exist will put down that bomb. And Crims will be dreaming of clawing this back, and Alu will pay to any such ambitions. 3-0 NIP.
Yeah, and that's Exist using a trick that Fnatic uses a lot, where they send JW in first on that third round, second round with the Tech 9, CZ, 5-7, but they'll just send him in with a pistol, basically, into a bomb site, and that's what Exist was doing. He was scouting, looking for the stack, going to call where people were, and then I'm sure people on NIP were kind of gravitating around towards the checker area with nades out. They could Molotov and force the Fnatic players out at that point. Of course, they just fired them all.
Oh, wow. What an opening to take down Olofmeister. And in the middle, Crims here by the smoke really wants to return that frag quickly as possible, but might not get much of a chance here. Alu trying to play it really safe. There's 3 people in the middle for Fnatic. If NIP see it, they might be able to run somewhere else. Freiburg gonna pick off the 1 kill. 2nd kill goes in. This is Fnatic's first pipe round, and it's looking very miserable for them indeed. Alu is low on health. He's almost dead, but not quite. And in spite of all the damage that NIP have done, they're still playing it so slowly and leaving Get Right to lurk.
I was actually surprised that NIP took that much time to go to the A bomb side, because Freiburg calls Crims mid. They know Flush is the B player. They know both players on the B side of the map. It took them some time, but they did make the right play here going to A bomb site. Good knowledge by NIP, basically knowing which player plays which area on Fnatic.
Now, I'll ask the same of you again, Sean, for the many new viewers to Counter-Strike who have joined us this weekend. Talk to us about this map. If you've never seen it before, what's the score that you want at halftime? How will it play out?
Sure, well, the meta for Cash actually has changed over time. It's now honestly become more of a T-sided map, so it's hard to say where this should lie. NIP is one of the strongest teams in the world on T-side Cash, as was showcased yesterday versus Envious, where they grabbed 11 rounds, I believe. It's just almost unheard of against such a CT-side team as Envious, and here they are doing it again to an even better CT team in Fnatic. So I would probably say 9-6 would be okay, but Fnatic hasn't been known for having that great of a T-side Cash. They're carried by their CT side, actually.
I don't know why you, Sean, but I'm a little bit surprised by the really early double up setup from NIP. We would have expected them to just pick up 1 and see where it went, but they're being quite aggressive with the JW. Is he seriously getting ready to knife someone?
That's such a JW play. He is always going for knives. I love it, because it's like he's having fun while he plays, because he does stuff like that.
Yeah, no pressure, only the 700,000 people and the 10,000 in the audience. Pronex does pick himself up a frag onto Forest there, but Exist and Alu get the remainder, and this will be, subject to Flusher being picked off by Exist, this will be a 5-0 lead for NIP. And it's your thoughts?
I really do want to see Fnatic put on more aggression. Like I was talking about in the intro, I think pushing B is really, really powerful, although NIP so far have been playing super defensively, so finding someone there is not going to be easy. But at the same time, with the double up setup, it's probably not what they're going to be going for. They might just want to try and fight fire with fire and see if they can win against Alu and Forest.
Yeah, one of the common misconceptions about Fnatic is that Olaf's their B player. And the reason why that's a misconception is Fnatic loves running this double op setup, and when they do, Olaf is always B. But when he doesn't have an op, he's actually the highway player. So Fnatic is so good at knowing the roles and switching around that they can do stuff like that. They're one of the few teams in the world that can make changes like that on the fly.
Look at what we're seeing here from NIP. This is so great. They're throwing smokes into the A-bomb side like it's going to be a push. Then they're running the bomb back. Fnatic, they do this themselves. They know exactly what is coming, except it's not. It's back into B. Olofmeister does pick up Get Right, but he's going to have a little bit more on his hands. The bomb's still making its way over there, and there's still people at A. NIP really trying to mind game Fnatic, but Flusher doesn't care about games, just wants the headshots. Already got 2 kills here, and it's a 2v3. NIP have circled back around to the A-bomb side. So very, very elaborate round coming out from the terrorist side. And Forrest, he needs this kill. Will pick up Olofmeister. Can they spot Flusher up on the high ground by the railing? He takes down Forrest now. It is on Alu. So 1v2. New Swedish player. He goes down, and Flusher, quad kill in the round. What an amazing play here from the Fnatic side.
Yeah, great positioning by Flusher right there. Really catching Forrest off and then catching Alu off guard too. Just moving around, kind of playing that angle up top. But let's go through the thought process right there for NIP. So that's the real first full buy round for Fnatic. They couldn't afford the ops on the first gun round because they bought on the second round, which kind of put a dent in their economy. They couldn't afford the ops. That round, NIP knew they would have 2 ops because that's just what Fnatic likes doing. So what they did was they throw those 4 smokes over A, and they boost highway, or they boost up on the box, and they take vent control, which is basically like eliminating the fights with the AWVs. Really good call by NIP right there. Probably the correct call in that situation.
JW and Alu go AWP to AWP. As Flusher lies in wait for the next.
And there's that triple mid setup that I was referring to before the game, where Flush is close and then these guys stand back in highway.
JW picks himself up the first kill. It's going to be Freiberg that goes down. Forrest returns the favor as we go to 4-on-4, but Pronex is going to play a huge role as Exist prepares to enter the site. He and Crims will look to sandwich down the incoming Fnatic players, and that's exactly what they do. 2 frags, make that 3 as Get Right's out. Halu now alone with a 3-man mountain to climb, and he will not venture into doing so.
And that round right there really shows why Fnatic is such a good CT cash team. So, as I was describing that there was 3 guys mid, NIP throws those 4 smokes A, and what we saw then was NIP run into 3 players in the A bomb site. They ran into JW opping main. Pronex was already in that tractor corner. Think about how fast he had to run to get there from highway. And then they had another guy at the quad boxes already hiding. Great rotations.
Here we go. We're going to prep to have a listen into the NIP team speak. Let's see what they might be saying. Or not. Here we go, back with Crims taking on Flusher on the other side. And sorry, no, Get Right. And as we go into this one, how do Fnatic continue to build on their score here?
I think they're doing everything they need to do right now, essentially. They've got a great setup, 2-1-2 setup right now. And JW being this aggressive also means they're going to get early warning if anything comes A. They'll know fairly early on that something's happening. Mid control is not that it could be, but JW will open up on Alu, and that's definitely going to give them a big shot at it here. But you don't need that much mid control when you've got 2 9 at the bomb side like this. You can afford to give it up a little bit, especially because Olofmeister, if you can just pick up 1 person here as they come in, it's going to be just fine. I think Fnatic are playing a smart game right now.
Yeah, and JW's aggressive op presence on A main really is the reason why Fnatic is able to control mid the way they do. He's able to get those early calls like he did last round. He's so proddy at A main. He's just constantly prodding for information.
Oh, gets prodded by Get Right there in the head. He returns the favor. Get Right marching around with all 7 points of health. It's a 4-on-3 for NIP now as they look to take on this B-bomb side. It'll be Flusher and Crims laying down the gauntlet. And that's 3 big frags for them. Finally, Flusher goes down, but NIP walked right into a trap.
Yeah, ran into every single player on Fnatic right there. 4 men taking the site. They had to enter the site together. Reason being there's 10 seconds left. If they didn't trade that kill and 2 guys entered the site, bomb doesn't get planted in time. So NIP, knowing that, veteran experience says, rush the bomb site. Number 1 priority is get the bomb down. Maybe we can win the 1-on-3 after that. Unfortunately, all of Fnatic was there already.
I don't like this. NIP taking maybe a page out of Fnatic's playbook and saying, why not go over a bunch of tech lines? Although Exist the odd man out, but he did pretty well earlier in the game with the CZ, so I'm not really too much opposed to it either. They are slowing down with the 1 flashbang. I'm a big fan. Once again, Freiberg has it. Get Right does go down. And Olofmeister, easy kill there onto Exist. So the 1 flashbang's already been popped. They haven't got a kill yet on the NIP side. And it looks like they won't. What a round from Fnatic. Everybody's staying alive.
Yeah, and that's Fnatic's knowledge of the money system too. Keeping that ump on JW that round, basically knowing that NIP wasn't going to buy there. He may like to keep it this round just to keep his money high. I'm not sure. JW does weird things like that. Not many other pros would do that.
Fans have seen something they didn't like.
It looks like JW did drop the UMP and decide to buy an ult.
All right then, still just a single Molotov on Freiberg, and I'm trying to count how many they're going to buy. I'm hoping we'll at some point see 3 of them, because I really want to see a B execute with those Molotovs. It's one of the most entertaining strats over at the B bomb site. The one the Freiberg has can be used though to Molotov out the vents in middle, and that could be huge at times. Look at the crowd shouting again for NIP. Forrest could have got caught with a knife out here. He's got the AK in hand, taking a fight with JW, who's trying to run away. Could have walked right into the hands of Exist, and look at the timing for Fnatic. Just as JW wants to come back in, a pop flash goes into main, just so there's no one picking him off there. They're playing very smartly, Fnatic.
Yeah, and that's just Fnatic having tons of experience together playing as a team, knowing JW was going to fall back like that, having a pop flash ready at highway for A main. It's brilliant.
JW gets the first frag of the round. It'll be Alu that's dropped. Elsewhere, Olofmeister is tagged up and down to 41 as he escapes. NIP with Under 40 seconds now to make something happen for it, and through mid they will go. Forest is going to join the fun as well, and it'll be a 2-2 sandwich coming in on that A site. JW is the target first of all. Flusher has the frag on the Get Right, and one half has been taken out. It's Get Right and Freiburg down. Peronax will in the end go out to Forest, but Hofmeister has finished off the job for Fnatic with those two frags, and we'll be tied back up at 5-5, and these two teams are somewhat inseparable.
Yeah, and this is really slowed down a lot for NIP. They were up 5-0. Fnatic has managed to come back, bring it to 5-5, showing how strong of a CT team they are. And now that their economy's set, NIP is going to have a really hard time ending this half in their favor. They may be able to squeeze out a few rounds, but I have a hard time seeing them honestly dominate the rest of these rounds now.
Now the silver lining you can do, Fnatic's economy is still a little bit low, but we're starting to get up there. Olofmeister with a good opening on Freiburg. Forest will take down JW in return. So favorable trade right now for NIP. But can they actually make something up? But they still got the bomb all the way back, but they've got a lot of mid-controls around.
They do. Unfortunately, maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. Double smoke top highway. Looks like Forest is going to lurk this Z connector angle right now. Bomb is going to head to A though, so interested to see how Forest kind of progresses through there, if he's going to keep holding that or he's actually backed off completely.
Well, look at the read here from NIP. They've actually gone towards the A bomb side. If they do this, Pronax probably will see them coming out of the door here. Alu going to be kicking off Crims. It looks like Pronax has maybe misread the situation here. Alu trying to make his way into middle. Olofmeister, perfect position to pick up that kill, but the bomb, they're really hesitating, NIP. They're not quite sure what's going on yet.
And they will walk it in now with Get Right, Forest and Exist. Escort up against 3. It'll be Olofmeister will be the first to run the gauntlet and does so with the frag onto Exist. Now Forest will... Oh, Olofmeister's second frag is Get Right. It's all on Forest. He's the man you'd want in a situation like this. But with just 15 points of health, he's got 2 more to find. And then Olofmeister on tip-top form. That bomb ticks away. Forest peaks, and Olofmeister completes a brilliant hat-trick.
Yeah, and that was a perfect read right there by NIP, as Anders was referring to. They walked pretty much right into the A bomb site, and the reason being is because their first kill was on JW, which is generally their information gather at the A bomb site, allows them to play heavy and mid. So when they frag JW in mid like that, what they know is that the remaining players on A don't have the information required to keep 2 there. They're generally going to have to float away and play retake A. Good read by NIP. Unfortunately, just couldn't hold the bomb site.
Talk to us about the money in this one. Fnatic beginning to build up bank.
Yeah, it's a really scary situation right now for NIP if this round goes south. NIP needs to win this round. It looks like they're going to likely do some fast A main control with the guy lurking squeaky. Just a standard default almost. I believe this is actually kind of a play out Fnatic's book.
Look at this. Pronax is going to sneak through the smoke that he himself put down. Up on the cinder blocks all the way in the back line here, trying to look over NIP. They know that this could happen, but they might not be ready for it. He's jumping down. He doesn't run back out. Look at this Pronax. Mind gaming Freiburg to get that kill and gonna escape that threat from the squeak door as well. Flusher will go down to Forest though. Very unfortunate for Fnatic. Oh, Forest, what an opening to take down Pronax. And Olofmeister by the forklift. Does he realize? He will. Forest will go down, so it's back into a 3v3. Still 50 seconds left here. And in IP, they really want this A bomb site. JW almost getting caught with the pistol in hand then. Puts out a little bit of damage. That grenade is looking confused right now. JW unable to find his balance at the moment. Crims and JW all left 2v2. And no bomb plant happening yet. It's hard for NIP to get the bomb down in this position. JW is back in the round, and it's Exist now to try and clutch this 1v2. That's a big opening. Crims will go down, and JW gonna finish it. Double kill at the end, Sean. It looked almost like he wasn't gonna be able to come back in and play that round.
Yeah, when JW's in a chaotic situation, he thrives every single time. He is the best at doing on-the-fly things, getting caught in smokes, kind of caught in execute, maneuvers around, takes little pop shots with his AWP, pulls out a CZ, runs around. One of the only players in the world that can do something like that.
Let's talk about the rivalry of these two teams. In the era of CSGO majors, they've met twice in the finals already. They know each other inside and out. What's that playing into each other? How much do they counter-think one another?
I mean, I think, especially because it's a domestic matchup as well, it makes it really tricky. I don't want to say there's no love between these two teams, but I think, you know, you're fighting to be the best Swedish team, so you're fighting for the same Swedish crowd and the same Swedish fans. It definitely makes it a little bit tense. I think there's a lot on the line here, and I think NIP vowed when they lost that major to Fnatic that would never happen again.
Yeah, and that couldn't be more true. I know that really left a sour taste in NIP's mouth, especially because of how dominant they were back then. That Fnatic, almost like one of the biggest underdogs ever to win that major. That was huge, and that definitely didn't sit well with NIP.
Well, look at this round here. Freiburg and Alu are left. It is a 2v3. Bomb goes down. Alu will fall. Freiburg, he's going to fall as well. Not much of a chance. He wanted to get back to the back lines. Try and see if he could use that back box to maybe zone them out, fight them one at a time instead of both at the same time, which he would have done if he was up at the further box. They would have easily circled around him. It's a little bit easier if you're on the back left instead, but he couldn't even get there before it was all over. So we're nearing the end of this half here, and it's looking pretty good for Fnatic.
Yeah, 8 straight rounds right now.
What would you like to see NIP do differently to pick up number 6?
Like Anders said, I would really like to see them use the B bomb site more, maybe do a Molotov take on the B bomb site. I know they have this really awesome mid take where they throw the wall of smoke down low mid, and they throw a third smoke actually on the roof, which serves as 2 purposes. You can actually get in the vent without dying to the highway, and also you can see under the smoke, which is a semi-glitch in the game, but you can clear the highway and kind of fight anyone that is spamming that angle.
Alu will open up fragging. It's Pronax that goes down, and with him out of the question, it leaves Alu to work onto JW as well. That leaves the A-bomb site wide open. Olofmeister is what stands between these players and getting there, and Freiburg will quickly get out of his way, but in the form Olofmeister's in, it's easier said than done. Alu has his hat-trick frag. Forrest and Freiburg downed elsewhere. We're in a 3-on-2 in favor of NIP here. Flusher and Kims are way down. Alu has complete control of that A site. And that is going to be frag number 4 for Alu. He's going for the ace. He's going to go up against Crims, and will wait for reinforcements. Has but 7 points of health with which to do it. Is this the moment when Alu truly announces himself to the world stage? As he retreats to cover Exist as he puts that bomb down. Crims all alone. A player in the form of his life right now, though. And with more than enough money to think to risk it, but is in fact not going to. And that will get NIP their 6th round.
Yeah, on the shoulders of Alu right there. That was just a huge individual play by him. And I think that honestly they were probably not planning to do what they did, but once the kills started happening, they really worked well going on the fly to the A-bomb site. Proper coordination and teamwork, taking all those angles. Obviously Alu not missing shots helps a lot when he's just dominating everyone in that A-bomb site.
The confidence running through Alu after that round, how transformational can that be?
I think definitely really a lot. I mean, but at the same time, I'm sort of wondering if he doesn't just play to his steady level all the time. I mean, he's got 13 kills right now. I just think Alu's slowly warming up. Maybe a little bit of a cold start on Dust 2 to begin with, but he's had now the time for it, and he seems ready. And look at this. I was just about to say that this is Death trying to try and boost over the old. Oh, but look at this NIP. Did they really just do that? There is so much metagame going on we just saw. Fnatic were getting ready to boost up into their own Molotov, and NIP said, well, we're not going to allow you to. They're still trying. Get right, sees it coming. What an exceptional read from NIP. That is almost like just having full access to the Fnatic notebook here. Flusher is going to be getting the kill on Forrest, so it's back to a 4v4, but we just saw a hell of a lot in that one boost scenario. Freiburg picks up an opening on Flusher as well, so it's a 3v3. No bomb plan yet as Freiburg goes for the kill. Will take Olofmeister. Get right with a kill on Crims. It's Pronax. This is the last round of the half, and Pronax goes down. Freiburg has had not the best half of his life here, but this last round was incredible.
Yeah, and like you said, the reads in that last round were incredible. The fact that NIP thought that they would boost up mid on that last round, I didn't really see much of the Molotov that they threw right there throughout the half, but I did see it yesterday. It is something in their playbook that they use, and the reason why I think they threw it is at top level CS right now, the common way that you boost over that mid box on cash is you molly it as a CT, so that way no Ts can run up on top of that platform and just dominate you when you're running towards it, because you're just in the middle of the open, you can get blind. So the CT's Molotov up there, and right as the Molotov's starting to fade, you typically boost, and you just kind of wait for a flash, or you can run on the roof. NIP seeing that Molotov throw a counter Molotov themselves so that way Fnatic can't boost. Just brilliant work right there on the fly from NIP.
8-7 halftime score. Who's the happier?
Honestly, it's pretty even half. I would say NIP is happier though because Fnatic's a much more CT-sided team. I know from talking with them that they always expect to get like 10 plus rounds on CT side. So I would say NIP is happier. But with that being said, starting 5-0 and only ending with 7 rounds, they're not the happiest team in the world right now.
Big game players, Olofmeister leads the way for Fnatic, 15 frags, and Forest, 14 on the other side. The pair of them are in just unbelievable form.
Yeah, it's really, really hard to beat Olofmeister when he's this good, and it's not like there's anybody really underperforming, which in a grand finals, that's always the most disappointing thing if you have one player who somehow just can't really make it, but everyone is really stepping it up at the moment. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring on their terrorist side here, Fnatic, because I think you're right, Sean. Some of the upsets we've seen from Fnatic on this map, especially right when they started playing, because there's actually a long while when they didn't, but right when they did, it was mostly CT side.
Ladies and gentlemen, Counter-Strike is back on top the pyramid of esports with over 750,000 viewers. Here we go, the second half of the grand final. Fnatic 8, NIP 7. We are underway.
And let's look and see if NIP does something aggressive here at the A bomb side in this pistol round. Or are they going to let Fnatic kind of spread out and do an aggressive strat on them? Looks like NIP is just falling into a default setup, actually.
I'm wondering what Fnatic are going to use all those smokes for. Wouldn't be surprised if, and they have a Molotov as well. I mean, when you buy a Molotov and a pistol, you know that something is coming, because otherwise you can spend that money much better. Molotov is a weapon or a grenade that's supposed to have a really specific purpose. And here it is, look, the Molotov into vents. So they're expecting someone to be there. That's not going to find anyone, and it actually bounces back. That was not a perfect one. It's supposed to go into the vents and not just bounce off the side. But this is a fake right now. They're throwing the Molotov, and they're going to boost back up. This is some absolute next level stuff. Sean, I can see you're smiling, and I can understand why. 50 seconds left, Fnatic. They are really trying to play the meta game here and throw NIP for a loop. Alu, cold the sights in the middle still, just trying to be an observer here. And get right, hiding behind the smoke, doesn't get flashed. He puts one up, they're shooting it through. Alu gets one. Get right, gonna go down. This pistol round is everything. Pronax gets a 1 kill. Flusher with 1. Forest, the pistol player, gets the kill. But oh, what a nice shot from Pronax. Perfect timing. And it is a 2v3 now.
Here we go, Alu and Exis to make sure that all that hard work in the first half can continue for NIP. Pronax looking to stop them in their tracks. Alu, headshot, Olofmeister down. Pronax out for the count. It's Flusher or bust. And Alu gets it. And the man is coming alive in these finals.
Holy cow, what a retake by NIP right there. Great entry by JW, taking that checker control Molotov. They Molotov the vent so that way no one can be in the vent. Take checker control with the smoke in the B main area. Boost him up in the vent. Catch the mid guy completely off guard. Great play by both teams. That was a top level pistol.
Imagine for a moment, Sean, if someone had been in vents and that guy would have fallen back, then Fnatic come in to kill him, then boost up again. That is a tactic that works on a very, very many different levels.
Yeah, and they actually run that on gun rounds too. I remember in practice, JW killed Jordan at Highway.
And look at this. It's the Tech-9 train that's back on its tracks. It's a little bit slow to start this time. It's not like on Dust 2, but yeah, they're going to rain in the grenades here on A, and now you hear it in the distance. The Choo-Choo is coming, and I hope NIP are ready for it. They've got the FAMAS here in the corner. Gerard going to pick up 1, but then there is Olofmeister. Forest going to pick up 1 kill with the UMP. Krim still challenging. He picks up the kill. Great play from Fnatic here. It is a 3v3, and Flusher will go down to Alu. Freiburg doing his best to try and stop them, but also staying safe. It's a smart way to play that corner. And now actually Fnatic have a bit of a problem. They will get the bomb down, so it is already a success. Bomb plant, 2 kills, not at all bad, but let's see if they can get just a little bit more. Pronax looking for a kill here, and he spots the guy over at main, so now he's trapped, he's sandwiched. Alu picks up the last kill, and then NIP, they will prevail. They derailed the train.
They did indeed. And what you saw that round from Fnatic was something that you see right now on Cash second rounds, these second round force buys from maybe the top 5 or so teams in the world. All the top teams do this massive A execute on the second round. The reason being is that once the Tech-9s get close, which they do almost instantaneously, like you saw, there was an instant trade at the door. they have the A bomb site. So what you're seeing among the CT teams, similar to how NIP did, they only had one guy in the site, is almost like a pseudo retake on the A bomb site. And both teams really playing top-notch CS right now.
9-8 NIP have the lead on this second map. Needing it as Fnatic, if you're just joining us, 1 on Dust 2. They are, in theory, just 8 rounds away from the championship. That is what is on the line.
The first team to ever win 2 major championships in Global Offensive, but also, as Pronax was pointing out yesterday, no one who's ever been a favorite has actually won a major. It's always an upset. So we will see, and Fnatic is without a doubt the favorite team here. Forest, 2 great opening picks to pick off Crimson and Olofmeister. They just have pistols, so it's easy pickings here, but it is important for NIP that they keep the rifles alive. So I want Alu and Forest to run away and save what they can here. No reason to fight for the kills. They get everyone living. Good job on their part.
And that's where cool heads prevail, to convert that pistol round. We've seen it fall apart so many times, but 1 into 3 and set themselves up.
Yeah, NFP really has done a great job staying alive on these second and third rounds. Can't really applaud them enough for that. Fnatic's second and third rounds are one of the scariest rounds of the entire match, because they just swarm you so fast. NFP doing a great job to cycle those players in with high HP and really trade the kills as they come out.
Olofmeister playing the edge of the smoke. He is so good at it, and that's the opening on it. It's just well played on his part. Normally that smoke is meant to prevent anyone from opening from the middle, but not Olofmeister. Get right, gonna take down Crims as well, so swiftly return. And a bit of a shame for Fnatic, as normally when you get that entry frag so early on, you want to spend that time to at least just gather your troops, figure out what's the most likely spot here. Pronax can't see a thing, and Alu will take him down. Nice work with the flashbangs. Olofmeister's going to peek alone through the squeak door here. Just a great decision, but can't pick up the kill. And JW's also gone down, so it's a... Wow! Olofmeister takes down Alu. The confidence on this player, almost unmatched. Gonna get a kill on Forest as well. He's picking up a triple kill currently, and it's in a 1v2. He's got 40 seconds, so making his way out of this round alive is going to be more than just a little bit difficult. And NIP is actually playing this really well. They're staying almost as far away from him as they can right now without showing themselves running away. Walking back around, I think he got spotted then, and that's a big problem. He's not sure where they're coming from. Flash in, once he runs into it, and Get Right will pick it up. What a nice try from Olofmeister. That was, that looked for a moment like he could have done it.
Such a veteran play right there by Get Right too. He has a teammate that gets picked in mid. His instant reaction is, okay, the other team is running a default. I know Crims likes to go door solo. Here's him spam a couple bullets, just runs in. That's a very risky play. Obviously, if he dies, the round's pretty much over. It's 3 versus 5. The other team has full map control. But if he gets the kill, which he did, they're back in it completely. And even more so, after he got that kill, he pop flashes A main for Alu to further clear A main, knowing that the default for Fnatic lane has 1 guy A main.
Now, if you put your ear to the rails, you can hear the sound of the Tech9 train in the distance, but before you know it, it's on you. They're going to be out the squeak door. Get Right is in the corner here, but actually the Molotov is going to keep them back. They've derailed the train before it even got anywhere close. This is really great by NIP. Exist, going to be taken out 1. Get Right with a kill. The Tech9's falling left and right, and Get Right, he's got Olofmeister's Tech9, and he's going to try and steal it back. He goes down immediately afterwards, and Pronax now 1v4. Going to get the last kill in on Forest then, but he should really be dead, and there it is, Freiburg with the kill. NIP, if you could come up with ways to stop Fnatic from having these pistol rounds or these armor pistol rounds work, you've gone a long way to beating them.
Yeah, their grenade usage right there was just perfect. Molotoving the door right when that execute was about to happen, and then flashing them right when the Molotov fades when you know they're about to come through. Just perfect play from the quad player right there.
Look at that momentum on the scoreboard. 5 straight rounds for NIP, then pulled back by some 7 straight rounds then, and now NIP on a 5 for themselves. Momentum, it's a big thing.
One of the things that I'm really good about what NIP are up to here is that because Fnatic never really got a good economy going here, they kind of hold a lot of those Molotovs, which means their strats are somewhat limited to smokes, which doesn't mean they have a lot, but not maybe enough here, as Alu's going to pick up Olofmeister. trying to get boosted over. They still have a guy close to middle, so Allo has to be really careful he doesn't get wrapped around. But in fact, they're going up Speedway, the Finnish player picking up a second kill, and JW turning around. A quick 180 to get the kill, but then Forrest will drop Crims, and it's going to be all up to Pronax here. A 1v2, a 1v4, sorry, and it goes down. It's Sist coming up with the last 2 kills, 13-8.
Now, if I may pat you both on the back here, at the start of the map before we started, you said, Nip with Alu on Cash is going to be completely different to anything you've seen of them. And then check out that scoreboard. Alu leading the way, 23 frags, the best player on the server right now.
Yeah, and it was a really smart play by him too that round. I'm almost certain he would never peek the boost how he did if he knew Fnatic could have an AWP, because Olafmeister and JW are just excellent players at the boost on Cash with an AWP. And he peeked it almost sloppy, like he was expecting an AK to be there. Just good economy knowledge right there out of Alu as a player.
It's such a beautiful shot from JW. Very, very nice opening on his part here. Fnatic are really starting to get far behind, and as you said a while ago, Stuart, they need 8 rounds to actually win this grand finals, but NIP is making it hard right now. Everything they try seems to grind to a halt very early on. A good pop flash into B storage there, and it's going to be a kill on Crims as well, so every opening that Fnatic gets, it gets sort of slipped away from them again really early afterwards. And get right. Pushing Squeak Door. Gonna be a while before he sees anyone. JW finding a second kill.
It is Olafmeister who has to retreat. Olafmeister has been an absolute beast in this final thus far. JW will collect the Brahmin, bring it to him, and they'll move all 4 ready for an A assault. And it is Get Right who will be the man to try and stop that as he quickly retreats back. Waits as the players move in. He spies JW. And we'll hear it going down and just opens up to stop Olafmeister taking a dangerous position. Frag number 2 for Get Right is Flusher. JW might be the 3rd, but Freiburg will take it off his toes. And then Freiburg double, and NIP come alive to the sound of fragging once more.
That was a masterpiece right there that Get Right just created. That was perfect. That was the best lurk possible in that situation. 3 versus 5, he lurks himself in the door. Keeps making sure that a guy isn't going to come flank him door, so he's not too aggressive on killing the first guys, making sure a guy doesn't come behind him, goes back, lets the first guy cross, kills the guy railing, and the reason being is because he knows that at top level CS there's a guy railing, there's probably always a guy tractor, so he's going to kill the tractor guy second, who's still going to be unaware. Gets both those kills, opens up the round for the rest of his teammates.
14-8. It may have been 8 rounds away, but now it's 2 rounds away from NIP making it onto the 3rd map, which will be Inferno. A map that Fnatic are undoubtedly the best team in the world at, but NIP do have upsets against them. It can definitely happen. Freiburg smoking up here. I'm wondering if that was completely intentional or if he meant to go a little bit further. Either way, they're coming for him, and Freiburg trades evenly. That's not quite good enough. A lot's going to come down to Exist here. Flusher with a great double kill. Exist waiting. They see him. Crims, what an opening to take down the NIP captain, and that's a beautiful round from Fnatic. Those 2 openings from Flusher, worth their weight in gold.
Key to note that Exist was just waiting for the moment to strike. If he goes too early, he might not get everything. If he waits, he can see the other 2 and maybe has a chance of going big. Let's Get Right that pulled NIP back into this round with that last frag. Flusher is the man nearby. He and Alu will have to do something about it, and with Get Right with Alu down, Get Right will escape, and that will be Fnatic's first round in the second half.
Yeah, very good round right there from Fnatic, taking the B-bomb site together, really making sure all those angles are peaked as a team. Exist kind of found himself in a really unfortunate spot. Fnatic certainly didn't expect two NIP players to be in the bomb site, but what happens when you're in that, what we call it, first orange spot, is if you don't swing a little bit and kill a guy underneath the tarp area, you find yourself in an unfavorable fight where the T could just crouch and you only have a headshot angle where he knows exactly where you are, is clearing all those angles at such a high speed. He just found himself in kind of a awkward situation right there.
Well, 2 Molotovs currently on the Fnatic team. Let's see if they can turn that first victory into a little bit more. Good position here. There's a bit of a tower going on. JW on top of Pronax. Get Right in the corner. Are they going to try and boost someone up, or are they just going to wait? He's actually sneaking through the smoke. Look at this. Sees the feet, and Olafmeister is down. One of the heavy hitters on Fnatic already gone. And you can see Crims wondering, should I try and get the peak as they fall back out, or am I just going to wait? And they don't want to risk it. And that's the difference between a player like Crims, I think, and someone like JW or Olafmeister, because they might have gone for that one.
Yeah, Crims is one of the smarter door lurkers in the game. He knows when to lurk out. I've seen him open the door and literally run to quad in a 5 versus 5, just based on rotational knowledge. And he just honestly felt that it wasn't a good time to get that trade kill.
Always close the door. Nice. Man advantage for NIP. Fnatic with little knowledge of where the ninjas are at this point. Get Right has moved around so much since getting that frag. They try to target Alu, who will show himself only to lose his head. Flusher claims the frag. Here we go. It's Crims about to open up coming into A on Forest, but it's Pronax who will get there first. Get Right has his second frag. Will he go for number 3? Will he get number 4? Unbelievable play from Get Right. He's got 4. JW is the last man standing, and he'll go down. And Get Right is in the form of his life. Simply unplayable.
Yeah, what an individual play right there from Get Right. That was an epic hold right there at Tractor. That round was falling to pieces. And really, he did a good job just kind of, after he got that second kill, he moved into the corner, re-peeked out, and at that point, his teammates were there. He did a great job stalling the rush. Another round on the back of Get Right. Really stepping it up here on CT side.
In the Coliseum, the fans want them to go for the kill. 6 map points for NIP to win the first map Fnatic would have dropped in the entire tournament.
Do you think we're going to see Heatson come out on stage at one point with his thumb sort of, you know, horizontally, and then he's waiting for the crowd to stay up or down, and
Julius Heaton.
Exactly. 15-9. I believe we are getting on the way with the next round. The pause has been resolved, and 2 AKs, 3 Tech 9s here. Fnatic trying to prevent that third map. They want that overtime. They want to see if they can't finish it now. You never know what could happen on Inferno. You never know. Olofmeister does have that Tech 9. And he hasn't been as effective today as he's been yesterday during the quarterfinals, the semifinals.
Yeah, goodness, he was running people over with the Tech 9.
Calm descends upon the A-bomb site before Fnatic ready their next attack.
And there you have Pronax spamming the one angle possible to spam through the Tractor, kind of just trying to do a little bit of early damage before this hit. Fnatic's clearly trying to do a 2-2 split on A, maybe flush a lurk up highway. You see him over there in the mid lobby right now. He's going to come flying up highway during this hit. Probably smoke right in front of the connector, so that way the connector, I can't see him.
Look at the timing here. 30 seconds left for Fnatic. One last attempt to see if they can start getting some traction. Alu going to pick up Flusher early on, so that highway push is gone now, and Get Right is here. Forest is here. This is not looking good for Fnatic. What a pre-fire from Pronax. He saw that coming. Forest now trying to do the damage. There was some Molotov down as well, but the bomb will be planted. They're still in a great position, Fnatic. They're still sort of trapped inside the back of that bomb site in NIP. They're all here already. The rotation has come in. Alu missing the chance for a kill then, but Exist will pick one up. JW with the 1, and now Freiburg comes in. It is a 2v2. Alu last man standing. He's going to get one more. It's a double kill for him. He's looking for Pronax right around the edge, and they can't see each other. Pronax, is he going to stay or is he going to jump up on that box? He's just playing it on a normal level, and Alu, he thought that was going to happen. Pronax mind gaming Alu to get that kill, and you saw how the NIP player was looking up for a moment. He thought maybe he would have been up on the box.
Yeah, he had the perfect timing read. If Pronax did jump on that box, he probably would have died. So good situational awareness right there by Alu. Just kind of couldn't really do anything about it. Pronax played it perfectly.
The margin for error in this final is nil. Pronax, beautiful stuff. Fnatic, holding on by a thread to their chance of taking this in 2. They need 5 more to take us to overtime. And in between these moments, in the early parts, you can hear a pin drop in the stadium before it rouses as the frags come in.
Yeah, the crowd seems to be heavily favoring NIP too.
Well, look at Fnatic. They're not afraid of this B bomb side. They want to go for it. Forrest's going to get one, but he's probably going to get overwhelmed. There's so many people coming. He's trying to reload right at the edge here. Freiburg comes in to help him out. Nice job here on NIP trying to help their teammates. So it's a 2v4 right now, and Fnatic, they may be about to lose this map. Crimson Olofmeister gonna be miraculous if they can bring in out. The one thing is that they don't know Olofmeister's up there. Now they do. Freiburg sees it, goes for the kill, gonna pick it up as well, and there it is. And NIP 16-10. They take the second map, and we are going to a third.
What a map. NIP taking down Fnatic on their own map choice, similar to how Fnatic took out NIP on their map choice.